Hi, I'm Erik Linask here at the Cloud Expo, talking with Ahmar Abbas from CSS. Ahmar, thank you very much for joining me.
Hi, Eric. How are you?
You know what? Why don't you start by telling me a little bit about CSS, who you are, what you do?
Okay. CSS is based in San Jose, California. We're about a 4,300 person company focused primarily on IT operations, essentially helping companies optimize their IT operating expenses.
So, what's driven you into working with the cloud, being interested in cloud solutions?
Yeah, primarily, we think cloud is going to evolve to a point where it's a viable alternative to deploying infrastructure, deploying applications. So our view has been that over the next several years, we're going to see infrastructure move from private data centers onto public infrastructure, and within the private data centers, we're actually going to see more virtualized cloud-like environments. Because fundamentally they drive a lot of cost savings and operational benefits for our clients. So we felt that we needed to actually focus on it, and we started about 4 years ago to develop our cloud services.
Speaking of, tell me a little bit about some of the cloud services that you are offering.
Okay. Our cloud services are primarily broken into two components. One is really a bunch of tool sets that we've actually developed to optimize utilizing both public clouds and private clouds. And we've actually done something very interesting where all the tools that we've actually developed, we've pretty much made them open source. So our clients or anybody pretty much can go and take those tools, use them, and improve them. What we do with those tools is actually take them and build services around them for our clients. Our services are primarily broken into three components. One is where we actually help our clients do the design work up front on their cloud plans, do some testing on the infrastructure, put the applications on the cloud, and then we come in and we say, look, we already have a cloud infrastructure that we help you build. We can now manage it on a 24/7 basis for you. And in addition to that, if you have any applications that you're running on it that you want supported, we can actually support those for you from pretty much at our locations around the world.
You mentioned your customers. Who are your customers? Who's your target audience?
Our customers primarily broken down into three components. The first are software vendors, companies that have packaged software that they've built. They want to offer it in an on-demand sort of SaaS model, and we help them actually get on the cloud and so that they can actually deliver their software in an on-demand model without actually rewriting the software. The second set of customers is really service providers. So a lot of people are looking at the cloud and saying, look, how can I make money off of this? So we actually help them build services that they can actually sell to their customer. And finally, the third one is enterprises. So enterprises looking to leverage public clouds or private clouds. We actually work with them to enable that for them.
So, there are a lot of different types of companies. The question is always, at this point anyway, how quickly is the adoption level rising with respect to cloud services? Maybe you have a couple of interesting use cases or use scenarios through your customer experiences that you can talk about.
Sure. Let me talk a little bit about something that we did ourselves. So a couple of years ago, when we initially got into it, we said, let's see if there's an enterprise application for this. So we actually took our payroll system and we ran it on Amazon as a proof of concept for several months. So basically, at the end of every month, we'd kind of send data, obviously mass data, up to Amazon's web services, and we get all our payroll calculated. So that was a good proof of concept that there's some potential benefits to the enterprise itself. Then, as we kind of evolved, we're working with clients, for example, a large telecom company in the UK, where we're actually building a service that they can sell, which is their own proprietary cloud service. For another company, we're working with them where they actually do a lot of courses, and all those courses that they teach require a lot of testing, and all the testing requires a lot of CPU power, so we actually have provided a solution for them on the cloud where they can leverage that. And the third one is really, again, for a software provider where they have an application that's been very, very popular, but typically has been deployed on-premise, and now we've actually gotten to a point where It's deployed using a public cloud infrastructure, and they can pretty much provision it automatically, and then it gets supported and monitored and managed by us.
How quickly are we going to see wide-scale adoption of cloud services?
I think we're probably at the initial stage. I think after a while, I say within the next 2 to 3 years, we'll actually, probably not even talk about cloud as something revolutionary. I think it's just going to become pretty base and standard option for for within the IT services business.
Excellent. We're talking here at Cloud Expo with Abbas from CSS. Ahmar, thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Erik.